like, good for you. Great. And I wasn't being a jerk about it. It was like, I have to remind myself, you've never experienced this before.
I just want everybody in the live to take a second and appreciate my hair right now. Because that shit's amazing.
So you going to point out your hair over this?
Yes.
Because he's mad.
Because my hair is just as beautiful as her.
Because I have these two items and he's upset.
No, I'm really upset that you got these goddamn OG Penny Hardaways that I can't get. And I'm the shoe.
I wanted them back in the day. So
that's what I'm saying.
But okay. No. This is we here now, and I've always said this. Do you go for the shoes that are out simply because you couldn't get them at the time when you were younger, or do you go for the shoes you go for because you know they're the hotness?
It's both.
Because I know there's only certain shoes I go for because I couldn't get them or I had them, and that memory is why I want them again.
I'm definitely a both. I'm a BOAF. Both.
I feel like a lot of the shit that I do with my money is to feed my inner child.
That's what most of us do.
Because it's like, it's all the shit that like your parent wanted you to work for.
Right.
So like you want these, get some good grades. I'm like, but school ain't my jam. So I'm not gonna get good grades. So give me something else.
Right.
Nah,
I'm good.
Right.
I'll hit that 180 later on in life and go
right.
Myself.
So now I feel like I used to ask my mom for shoes, and like back then, like we wasn't fucking poor, but it was like, you got a pair for your birthday. My birthday in the middle of the fucking summer.
Shit, everything was different back then, though.
So them shoes is probably fucking toasted by the time school starts.
Oh,
so then you get your one pair for school, which is probably like September. But if you get a good deal, you might get two.
Yep.
Then you might get a pair for Christmas.
Right.
So initially, I'm getting only 4 pairs of shoes a year.
But also, you gotta remember when we were younger, we actually did shit like go outside,
right,
and be rough on our shoes.
Right.
So
true. You have to have your play shoes.
You have to have
versus, your play clothes.
But
stuff
at the same time, but it was like just growing up, and then it's like watching my cousin. It's like he got every fucking thing. He's
only child.
No,
okay.
But his mama was a scamming ass motherfucker.
You know what?
I love Brody to death. Like that's my nigga. But his mama was not living right. And that's just that's family. It's a lot of
You also
niggas.
have to remember when we were younger, the drug game came out. Heavy. Like hell, just what?
Right.
Raising Canaan just dropped. And that clearly is happening when we were big kids.
All the shit that you be like wanting as a child and your parent always have some. I ain't gonna say it's an excuse.
Yeah,
but it's some kind of stipulation to how you get it.
Right.
You be like, nah, I ain't fucking with it. So now as an adult, I'm like, well, I go to work for 80 hours a week or how many ever hours you spend at your fucking job. You pay your bills, and then the rest of your money, if I want to buy fucking shoes or if I want a massive amount of shit that I couldn't have as a child, this is what I'm buying. Now, that's what it is. Like, I was just telling my uncle, I'm like, bro, some shit we don't even be wanting.
Right, but just
like,
because.
why we look at shoes, we be like, nah, that's a pass. Saturday morning, come, he text me like, you finna get this? I be like, yeah. Why? Because I can.
Well, the funny part is I didn't know you wanted those. So when I sent you that I got them, you was like, oh, I was like, what? I'm like, I didn't know. I would have looked out for you because I got the kid size.
OG.
So I could have looked at the adult size and I had you.
OG.
I always hate you tiny feet people.
And it be, I feel like I always miss when they bring back like some OG shit from my childhood.
Yeah.
Like when they brought back the Ken Griffey's. Couldn't get a pair of those for shit.
Because that is one of those shoes that is tied to everybody's childhood. Like either A, you had them and you remember how you were the talk of the town. B, you got robbed for them, so you want them again. Or C, your family couldn't afford
I've
them.
been yelling.
And Robertsons came back out.
It's like it's plenty of social fucking media posts like, no, they should bring back some pennies. They should bring back some pennies. Then it's like the one time they bring back some pennies. First of all, Nike some hoe ass niggas for only being 7,100 pair. I'm like, bro, do you know how many people in the fucking world? And you only produce 7,100? Suck my dick.
Man, I'm gonna have to put bubble wrap on them suckers.
And then the resale. The shoe is $170, Tom. Resale was easy $500 in my size.
Because of the demand.
13.
Oh, you saw the 12 and a half though? I sent you. Yes. Like 1,200.
Yes.
Because of the demand. Those are common demand size.
Mhm.
That's why I hate that I wear a size 12 because those are usually the first size that are always gone.
I'm not even going. I'm lying. It's some white ones that come out on the 25th. I'm gonna go for those too, and I'm gonna be mad if I get those but couldn't get the black ones that I wanted.
This is why I'm upset I run a business because I can't just splurge money like that because then a certain bill or two might not get paid, and then it's like, damn, your priorities are fucked up, but I want these shoes, so fuck you. So
payment arrangement.
I can't do those.
StockX has Afterpay and Klarna,
and they do it. And that's why I can't do those because that's how you get fucked up. You get accustomed to these quad payments, and all of a sudden you look at your Klarna account, and this month they taking out $400.
Yep.
I'm gonna do it though.
You gonna do the Klarna?
I'm gonna do it because it's a pair of Jordans that I really want, but I don't foresee them retroing them anytime soon.
So you're gonna StockX them?
I'm going to StockX them, and I'm going to Afterpay, and we're going to spend $500.
Well, they just sent me like a $15 off coupon. You want me to throw that to you?
$15 off 500. What that make it? $485 at that point.
Hey, StockX, that's what StockX did. I was actually surprised. I'm like, why y'all keep sending me this coupon? You know, I'm winning on the sneakers app. I don't need y'all. Look, got me all
you might as
with them.
You might as well forward them coupons over to me because I'm like, I don't feel like looking for shit. When did these drop? I don't know. He got them for sale. I'm gonna buy them from him, and I just go because I don't buy shoes enough that to me, if I drop $400 for a pair of shoes that I really want, I don't feel bad. I don't do too much shit for me to scuff up my shoes to begin with anyway. Right. I'm old. I don't go shoe shopping that much. So if I pay $400 for a pair of shoes, probably gonna end up keeping them shoes for a good 2 years with no problem.
I think that's just the price point.
Yeah.
As me as a sneakerhead, $300 is my limit.
Because you know
Mine's
if you get, but you're giving up time in the difference. See, that's the difference. It's the conveniency fee. So $300 is the base price where you would stop at for any shoe. Right. But I don't have the time to do what y'all do to try to get the got 'em post. Okay,
it's not really time consuming.
It isn't because he kind of showed me the way.
You open up the app, then you hit the button, and because you have an iPhone, I don't know if you use your Android or your iPhone,
it depends.
But because I'm registered on the sneakers app and the Nike app, facial recognition, so my credit card info is already there. Looks at my face, it'd be like, that's why. Boom, we'll pay for it. Yeah, then it either sends me a notification that I usually get the notification from my credit card first.
Of course, I get my credit card will always tell.
Credit card be like, your $211 payment has been processed. It's been processed.
Right. And that's the thing too. Like I love that just to be able to.
Speaking of that,
I see what they mean now. Not to interrupt you. They said drink this is cold. Serve chilled, and it takes a big difference.
You won't taste the mineral when it's cold.
Yeah, you don't taste it when it's cold.
Stop drinking shit warm. Niggas love room temperature water.
It's good for your body.
Fucking savages.
Well, my pain management
it actually
told me it's better for your body. She is diverse in the way.
It's a lot of shit that's good for you, but I don't think you should do it.
Name one.
Drinking room temperature water.
It's good for you.
Ain't that shit nasty when you drink at room temperature?
That's because it's also got all the extra stuff. It's infused with
ain't
a lot
of
shit
in it.
Not that kind of infused. That's messed up. That's the only infusion we think of. The first thing people like, I got an infused dinner. I'm like, what's in there?
What's in it?
Several words I can't say
because you can't pronounce them.
That you can't pronounce them either.
I ain't saying that.
But it also has electrolytes, antioxidants, and amino acids. What the fuck is an amino acid?
It sounds like you should have paid attention in health class.
No one paid attention in health class.
It's a building block to help.
It was the last class of my day, so I skipped it.
Shut up.
I just went home.
Shut up.
First of all, my health teacher was 95 years old.
And Dr. Ruth was old as fuck too, but she damn sure knew her way around a dick.
All I'm saying is we had this little old black lady, nicest lady in the world. She had to be like easily 80 to 90 years old, teaching us about fucking reproductive. Cool.
Sounds like she's been here long enough to know.
I went to class like 2 times. I was like, you know what? I see how this is going to get out of hand because you 90. We're all 15 to 17.
Right.
You once we get going, you're not
You
gonna
can't
stop
control
us.
us, right.
I'm just not gonna come to classes. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to come to school and be like, yo, old girl had a heart attack. Y'all
it's
fucking fault.
Yep.
Because y'all the last class of the day, y'all was fucking with her.
Or it'd be she's retiring now
Yeah,
because
so-
y'all just made her just want to
Yeah,
leave.
so I just stopped going to class.
Because there's plenty teachers when I graduated, they were like, "Oh, we done. Like y'all are the worst class ever. We got to go."
You got good grades in school, right? To a degree?
I don't think she did.
My junior and senior year, my freshman and sophomore year, I just passed, but that's because my mother had breast cancer at the time.
Oh,
So I
my.
was actually helping her at the hospital. So I was going back and forth, and I didn't care about school. I was basically like, "Fuck school. I don't need it right
That's a
now."
lot. That's a lot to take.
I
care
need to talk to like
Yeah.
a goody two shoes. Because I want to know,
I
like,
got better at the end,
what
though.
the
Like,
fuck
I,
did you
brought
find
it up.
amusing about, like, what made you sit here and pay attention?
I think
Because
like
school
a lot of it was
sucks.
boring as hell.
is,
They
boring.
because they tell you need school to get ahead in society,
You
but you
really
don't.
don't.
but you don't
Mm-mm.
because
Niggas on TV making X amount of dollars. Ask that nigga he got a high school diploma. He gonna be like, nah, I dropped out in the 8th grade.
Yep. I
What
was gonna
the
say
fuck?
that.
I sat through 4 years of this shit and I'm still broke. Somebody.
that's because somebody at VH1 says, "Hey, Ratchet TV is actually entertaining.
Mhm. Come and talk. Come share your story.
Come show how ignorant of a Negro that you are."
Well, I don't think
And I'm
Steve
gonna
Harvey
send you a
graduated.
check.
And they had to find the first ignorant Negro they can think of, and they gave Flavor Flav a show. And it has been downhill since
Ever
then.
since. I'll have to agree that Flavor of Love was not.
Hey,
Flavor,
I'm
Flavor
of Love.
Flavor of Love made a lot of people eat.
We was gonna do Flavor of Wine.
We still might.
I don't think I need the blind date.
Why not?
Speaking of blind, ask her your
I
question.
did. I tried.
No.
He did.
we on air.
And it went
Every-
a completely
we-
wrong
no.
direction.
Ever since I got Sarita phone number, all this random shit I think of when I'm
I
high,
get the text.
she get the text too.
Why do you entertain him? How
Well-
does he feel when Juan texts us?
He,
He-
he hasn't really seen it, or if he does, he just wow.
It's fucking wine.
I don't believe you
I-
have a dude now, because most niggas would be upset that a random dude texts you at any given moment because Juan is high and he will text you at any moment.
Yo, because I didn't even realize, I didn't even read what time I was sending these text messages. I was just high in the moment and I thought about it. I was like,
And it could have been very well I was high at the same time too, so I just was like, oh,
I need to-
We both
I feel
high.
like when I get high and like, you don't want to call people, but it's like, I feel like I be needing to talk about shit because it be on my mind at the time.
Mhm.
And you know, a lot of people said no, they don't want to speed date while they're in a relationship.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I was so confused with that question because I was like, are we in
Okay.
an open
I mean,
relationship?
but how
And what
open-
are
And,
we-
and stop
A
there.
lot of
No,
people
wait,
think it there, though.
before you do that. So, for those of you guys who are actually watching the episode who didn't catch the behind the scenes earlier, Juan, during a moment of highness, presented a question to the congregation.
I like what you did there.
Yes.
What do you mean?
I like that. I'm
Okay.
the pod guy. That's my congregation. I feel.
Mhm.
No, I was actually thinking about Pastor Woodbine, but that's a whole nother conversation.
She definitely gonna be my first lady
Dog,
in the church.
watch the next 3 episodes. Watch the last. 3
I
episodes.
am when I get
Because
home.
I want the election, the whole running, bruh.
I'm a
Trill.
smoke. I'm a smoke.
Trill.
I'm a smoke. a
If
blunt
I
watch these last
if
3
I lived in
episodes.
Chuckalisa, I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I would have voted for her because she was blunt, honest about everything.
I tell my
Did you at least see when they tried to blast her for being a crack whore and stuff like that in her past?
No.
Okay, so that's probably gonna be the first episode you watch.
she's a crack
She
whore.
used to do crack.
Back
She
in
used
the
to do whore, prostitute, she all that. And when they tried to put her on blast, white folks like to sling mud. She was like, "Yeah, I did that shit. Damn good at it.
Right.
Like she ate that. Like, bro, she ate that shit." It's like, and that's why I went to the Lord, because I need to get out of my wicked ways. Vote for me for mayor. Kept that shit rolling.
Yeah, but you stole money from your. You know what? Whatever.
Whole nother conversation.
Right.
Just watch these last 3 episodes.
So you and your man can't go speed dating?
So for those who listen, so before she answered, so Juan asked the question: would you go on a speed date with someone you're dating? I have to specify that.
Nah, like this your boyfriend.
See,
Like,
you
this-
remember you
This your nigga.
in
And that's when
the
he was like, no, this
yes, that's
no.
different.
Yeah, this
you,
your
you said
significant other.
you said dating when we were doing behind the scenes.
No, this is your boyfriend.
Oh,
Or
this your
girlfriend?
boyfriend. See, definitely you're a fucking asshole now. Because you are definitely going to this event with the intentions of basically telling everybody no. You know you're not taking nobody home.
Facts.
So why are you fucking here?
But okay. But
To
again,
be an asshole.
but again, like I was saying, how open is open? That's one question.
Mhm.
And from doing a podcast with my cousin, sister, however niggas want to classify her, I'm learning that, and as I get older, you start to learn that people really not into what you think is normal.
Normal
See,
is
what
not
I
normal.
think is
Yeah,
no-
normal subjective.
right. What normal is subjective, because what I think is normal, people be like, oh, well, you vanilla as fuck. That's boring. And then the motherfucker tell you some shit, you be like, you're wild as fuck. So I'll be like, well, what is, just what is what now?
Mhm.
Because what if your guy has a thing for watching you flirt with other niggas? Like some odd that makes him watching you tell other people no makes him want you more type shit.
Mhm.
So it's like, well, what if we looking at it from that perspective? Like I just
But then
sat
that means
and
that's
watched
a
you flirted
conversation,
with
though,
a
that
gang of
they had.
niggas, and now my dick is hard. Type
And
shit.
that's a different,
Wow.
And that's a different conversation though, then, because it's like, are we going in this as an intent, or are we role playing? Because that could be something else too, where it's like, okay, we role playing, like yeah.
So this
see?
shit really not really.
You're
So
like, wait
it's
a minute.
really not really
No.
off the table.
I'm not knocking. It's like, okay. At the end of the day, the problem is not the fact that y'all are doing whatever y'all need to do to spice up y'all relationship. But why speed dating? Y'all could easily go to a bar.
I agree.
And you are
Speed dating was at the bar.
we are going to use you as an example. You are an eye catcher.
You're a brick house.
That is wild. You are an eye catcher.
I hope
So
you don't
whether
watch
it's the
this
skin
podcast.
color, whether it's your shape, whether it's
All a lot.
a lot. Okay. Most dudes, if they don't see you at the table with nobody, they either gonna approach you and try to
Or
get
they
to know
gonna do the walkthrough.
when I walk through.
See,
They
I'm
gonna
the
do
type of
something.
nigga that I hold the door for you.
So whatever the
Because
case
I'm
may
a gentleman and I want to watch you walk away from me.
be, yes.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
But at the end of the day,
That's
for
95%
you,
of
for
the reason why I
somebody
hold
to
doors.
start a conversation with you, it's not gonna be that hard. It's not that hard. So I could already be at the place to begin with, be at the bar, just doing my normal drinking, and I could just watch you from across the room, and whatever happens, happens.
Mhm.
Happen to be a chick that'd be like, "Hey, I like what I see."
So do you think that? Because I feel like
You're still an asshole if you're doing it.
even if we don't, even if we're not speed dating,
Mhm.
if you go out with your homegirls, 9 times out of 10, if I'm not there, somebody's gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
They're going to approach you.
Mhm.
damn near
So-
expected.
Right, like it's
Damn near
it's,
insult if you don't.
it's expected. Now
But there are people that are scared too, though.
you
And I can tell when they scared. too,
Scared
that's good.
and
or intimidated.
Okay,
Maybe.
I'm
I
not
don't know what
saying-
the words you want to use, and I want to.
you scared. Say you scared. There's a difference between being scared to say it, but still wanting to, and then just not doing it because I'm not interested.
Mhm.
That's the difference. If someone has an opportunity to get a window to have a conversation with you, because you are a vibe, okay, they're going to have that conversation.
Mhm.
Whether it might be some small talk or something, they're going to interact with you regardless. Now, you may have those be like, look, that's a lot of woman. I can't handle that woman. I'm just going to go over here and get my shots and go back and play darts. Sorry, that's just what I'm going to end up doing. That's the difference. He just knows that I'm not. Then you have to like, oh, well, you're not my woman, so you don't exist to me. You get those guys too.
Right.
Like, I don't know why they lying to themselves.
do
Maybe
you
they
flirt
scared.
with people?
She's a flirt.
What's funny is I was
She's a natural
remembering-
flirt.
I was remembering the situation that happened to me because there's a guy where I'm not gonna say who he is, but he's on my friends list and he's married. And I was having a birthday party. I think it's like 7 years ago ish, whatever. And he messaged me. He's like, I'm just gonna come and I'm just gonna watch you from afar because I know I can't be with you or anything, and I know I'm with my wife, and I just want to just see you enjoy yourself for your birthday. I might send you some drinks or whatever. And I was like, you a wild boy that you gonna sit here.
It
and
be
tell
like
me-
that though.
that you-
It be like that.
He literally did that. he was there at the party and he did that, and I was like,
what's wrong with that? He know what he like, he know what he want, but he know he can't have it. So he got to play by the rules. He got to be on his best behavior. And I guarantee you,
in the mix.
but I guarantee you, if his wife was his wife with him.
No.
Oh, see, he really on his best behavior.
Yeah, he just on his best behavior. He knew
if my girl is.
He knew what he wanted to do, and he's like, you know what? Temptation is a bitch, so I'm gonna stay over here. I'm just gonna stay over here.
But I feel like if you flirt with people, do you flirt?
She flirts.
I don't feel like I be flirting. No.
You flirt. You have okay.
Like
I say
just
that
my personality, as far as like I have a open personality that's inviting.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You are like
personality.
me. There is flirting with intentions, and then there's flirting because you're just friendly like that.
Mhm.
The way conversation can be had, it can be presumed as flirting. That's just how I've always been. You're the same way.
Dominoes.
Huh?
Band-Aids are dominoes.
What Band-Aids?
Now look like dominoes.
It may be. It's healing. Think about it. You put a Band-Aid on a wound that's trying to heal.
I ain't never seen a Band-Aid that look like a domino though.
You really ain't paid attention to. Maybe it was the printing that just couldn't do right. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because that's a domino. But neither here nor there.
I feel like it's actually bullet holes, but we're gonna
5 shots. Every hole is 5 shots, so it could be.
So I'm just saying.
Why Rick Ross out here cutting hair?
Anyway, you be flirting.
I feel like I'm not, but I'll take one for the team. If y'all feel like I'll be flirting, then fine.
I don't know.
I feel like you about to do a poll now. I'll be like, does Sarita be flirting? Like, y'all tell us what y'all think.
Most niggas will have to admit they talk to you on that level for them to know whether or not you're flirting or not.
This is true.
So most of them are going to say no, because then they'll have to admit that they communicate with you while they bitches are watching.
And this is true.
You're not gonna catch
so
it. I got you guys.
So you don't feel like you flirt?
I don't feel like I flirt.
Most people who flirt unintentionally will always feel like they don't flirt.
So you do flirt.
I still feel like I don't flirt.
Until you and Unc started subliminally pointing it out, I wasn't paying attention to the fact that I was flirting on.
Yeah. Hey, because it be funny. Like he started doing that shit like on watching it back.
Yeah.
He was like, "Now, do you realize what the fuck Tone be up to?" And I'm like, in the
Like, he be on
moment,
it.
no, because I be high. But then as I started watching it back, or he'll send me like a timestamp, I go back, I be like, "Oh, your Tone was in his bag right there."
That's just how I talk. And I think that's what it be like. That's just how I naturally talk. So that's why I say you can flirt without intentionally flirting. Because I've gotten in trouble like that. I've literally just regular conversations.
You are a habitual shot shooter. Yo, even with Atmosphere not here, he's still here.
I am. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, what do we always say? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
This is true.
That's a fact.
And you know what's funny? Some of the shots growing up, women who I thought that I could never get because I would just speak and talk and just have regular conversation that was flirts in it, I ended up being able to get them. It's to the point right now where I honestly have a God complex where I can feel I can get any woman I want regardless if I want them.
Damn, that's
wild.
Clearly said a God complex there.
And niggas really be butthurt that I just call myself the pie guy. This nigga said I got a whole complex. Jesus Christ. I ain't never said no shit like that. And I know it's some hoes I can't get.
Nah, you just gotta know. You just gotta know.
Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. I just ain't gonna say it like you said.
Yeah,
I feel like if I can make anybody laugh.
I can too. That's one thing.
That's
I know
'cause
that
you
I
funny.
can do that. I know I'll be
Your
wild.
forehead funny. That's why.
You said her what?
Her forehead.
Why you talking about?
My heart-shaped forehead.
See,
I got the
even
heart
she,
shape.
even she know it.
Love.
You have a heart-shaped forehead?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
if
have
you
a
pay
widow's
attention.
peak.
Yeah, she got
I
a
have
widow's peak.
So my hair goes like this. It
Yeah,
goes
her
around. So
head comes
I
up.
have a heart shape
Oh, okay. I ain't never paid attention to
because
that.
I
You
embody
don't never
love.
because you scared to look them in their eyes.
I'm an embody
Her,
of
yes.
love.
I don't want her to take my soul.
Hey,
Snatch. They so.
Like on
It's fun.
Like on TikTok.
My song right now.
I love that song.
My
Yes.
favorite song. No, not this one. My favorite song right now is 7 Pounds of Pressure. Did you watch the last episode of P Valley?
Mm-mm,
That's why you
haven't.
don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
stop listening to the P Valley music.
Fuck you, because that shit be fire. There is some fire ass track.
Well, speaking of Lil Murder, finna be here.
Most of they, you gotta remember, most of their songs are Southern trap songs, bro.
Yeah, because Mississippi Pride is my shit.
Wait until you hear 7 pounds. You did hear.
How'd you just play?
All right, like 7 pounds of pressure.
Oh, speaking of P Valley, I don't know if this was dropped yet, but he put out the shout out to Rudy. And it's his birthday today. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Rudy.
happy birthday to Rudy.
Well, that's he's gonna be here. The dude that play Lil Murder, he's gonna be here next month.
No, but Rudy had
Rudy's gonna
tweak.
Yeah, he's gonna be interviewing him too.
Yeah, he got a tweak.
Rudy is he good for the interview. B.O.B. Like Rudy is going crazy.
That's one of the things I will always I will give Rudy credit because just like how you said I'm outrageous because I said I have a guy. Rudy's the same way with the interviews. He's not he feels he can get whoever he wants, so he will go out there and grind until he gets who he wants. So that's why, because if you think about it, he's already interviewed Ricochet.
He did.
Yeah.
He interviewed when she was Wanda on Snowfall.
Oh, okay.
So he's already had, and literally
he's built that rapport.
He's built the rapport.
Have him come back.
Matter of fact, Kiana just had Peaches from The Shy on Tuesday.
That's what's up. But shout out to everybody doing these nice and wholesome things. And
because I think a lot more celebrities or a lot more people are opening up to the podcast and just taking these interviews, you know.
Shout out to my homeboy. It's his birthday, man. Happy birthday, Rudy.
Yes.
Can't wait till they finish.
Rudolph Alexander Strongington.
Aloysius
the third.
I can't wait till they finish the Geek Set documentary.
Yes.
I just want one of them chair interviews when they sit there and then your name scrolled across and what you know about right there, and you just talk about something that you seen.
I just want when they say, "Juan, how long have you known Rudy?" I'll be like, I knew this nigga when he had the shady goatee and no hair here. He just had the soul patch, and he was standing on a stage in a bar screaming he had mad flavor. That's how long I've known Rudy.
Yeah, I used to work with Rudy.
The sale.
Yes, sir.
That's how long I've known Streets and Young Deuces.
Well, I'm waiting for my video to come out because we did a video together. So
my favorite song is and will always be "High Off Life."
You like to get high, Tom?
Occasionally.
I like to
when I don't have the kids.
I like to get high.
I can't be high around the kids.
Why not?
You wait till they go to sleep.
They don't never go.
That's when I'm like,
like you are a mother. You know that.
I know they don't.
Right.
I wake up and there's one next to me. I'm like, how you getting here?
I feel like
you got your own room.
That's what my little one. She just appears.
Yeah, that's my little one too.
I feel like that's when I'm the best babysitter.
Oh yeah, because your nerves is not shot.
Like when I am high, me and Baby K vibe on a whole nother level. Like we sit there, we eat snacks, and we watch TV.
There you go.
And she be completely fucking sober. I be on the fucking moon. She got a big bag of Cheeto Puffs. I got a big ass bag of Flavor Hot Puffs, and we party.
So
because you dealing with you dealing with an autistic child. Okay, so they don't want much. They don't need much. They're very focused on certain things. So if you give Baby K the 4 things she wants, you may not hear from her for the rest of the day, whether you high or not.
Yeah, we good. You know, she just needs.
That's different.
She need her snack. She need her cell phone, and we good.
I have 2 very creative children who are spoiled little brats, and they get bored easily.
Oh, that's when you should really get high.
Like
get high and do arts and crafts.
Like they've learned. No. They've learned Minecraft. They learned Minecraft, Roblox, all that shit. Nigga.
Yeah, just get high and do arts and craft projects.
I'm gonna start printing T-shirts again. I'm gonna let them. It's gonna be their business this time. It's not gonna be mine.
Wow, so I ain't never gonna get another shirt.
Oh, they might print you. Just might cost you a little bit though.
I ain't paying them for nothing.
You are going to pay them.
Nah,
for their shirt.
Labor.
I shall not.
That's why you will never get anything.
That's cool. I appreciate it.
That will be their business. I already got the LLC for it.
Aww.
T Lee Creations.
Aww.
Oh, you on now?
Because that's so sweet.
They're gonna be out. They're gonna be at these pop-up shops next year. T-shirts on table, slanging.
You know, it's a morbid thing to think about.
Death.
Yeah, when you die.
No, I don't think it's nothing more.
But it's like how you want to die. No, not how you want to die, but like I don't want a casket. Like I want to be cremated.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing more about that.
I want to be put in like a like.
Can I ask how do we get here?
It's Juan.
Juan. if you think my brain be like random when I'm high, like I'm completely sober now. I
know.
I didn't even have a chance to sit on the porch and smoke the blunt. When I walked outside, Tone was there.
Let's see.
I told him between 5 and 5:30. He walked out the house at 5:15.
Well, I mean, it is between 5 and 5:30.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Tone ain't never really be on time. Because it'd be sometimes it'd be like, yeah, I'll be there at 5 o'clock, then don't show up till 5:30.
That's why I added the 5:30 part.
So like,
I'm like
I
the cable
understand.
guys. Like,
you really are like AT&T sometimes.
I planned to be there by 5, but I have until 5:30 because that's what I told you.
So,
Yeah, I'm also a nigga, so I might probably didn't leave till 5:05. So you gonna get these weights?
And even
saying.
warned.
But it'd be cool though. Like I anticipate on him like not being on time because it give me a chance to smoke. So I don't mind when he not on time. Like when he say he gonna be there, I don't mind it.
I think the worst though is when you be like, and you literally just like, and you be like,
I would have let him if he would have just lit. If he would say, "Hey, bro, let me finish my blunt," I would have been like, "Cool, you can finish your blunt." 9 times out of 10 is either nobody in the studio when I'm coming to get him, or they're still recording.
I would like had I known that 94 feet was still in here, I would have smoked.
Yeah,
because I would have had time. Because they had like they was like 15 minutes.
Technically, 94 feet wasn't even supposed to be here today. They just happened to say, "Hey, Tone, you free? Can we record?" Cool, come on. Make up.
Do that like what do they talk about that there's no basketball?
The off season.
They talk about the off season.
It's off season, so they talk about trades, things that basketball players have said that they shouldn't have, like Draymond Green.
All right,
because bro won't shut the fuck up.
What if we had like a racial trade?
We going back to Dave Chappelle right now.
Pretty much.
Who in the hell do we want that's not black right now?
If we had a racial draft,
nobody. We would lose.
Back then, we would have took Eminem.
No.
When Dave Chappelle did the skit, we definitely would have took Eminem. He's the hottest fucking white rapper at the time. Now, definitely don't know what white people I want. I'll take that back. I'll probably take Trump.
Don't go too far.
I don't.
Don't go too far from that conversation. Keep going.
What has Joe Biden done for us since he's been president?
What has any of them done?
Where is
Joe? When Trump was in office, we were
on the Triple Cove.
Where is Kamala?
Hey, when Trump was in office, we was getting stimmies. Joe Biden has done nothing besides fall off his bike.
Trump just has some Mar-a-Lago. What's that place called? Mar-a-Lago or whatever.
I don't know.
Trump
done got his name dragged into Vince McMahon shit.
Trump
done got his
all
name
I'm
dragged
saying
into
is
Vince shit
since
right
Joe
now,
Biden
so.
has been president, he has managed to fall off a bike. I just found out that his son is a crackhead.
Oh, you don't know that?
I didn't know that.
Crack is whack.
Kamala just refused to come outside.
She was on something last week.
Like she
showed up for something.
She became the vice president and was like, I'm just going back home. This ain't even worth being the president for.
She was supposed to be just chilling until Joe died, but Joe won't die.
Because he got the Triple Cove.
Joe Biden got COVID?
He had it like twice.
That nigga, he got
back to back, which I honestly don't think he was, clear because he's like, oh, I took, they said that he took a test and it was negative, and then like 2 days later he was positive again. I'm like,
bro, if they stick a Q-tip up Joe Biden's nose, for sure they're gonna touch his brain. He gonna black out. He gonna die, like taking a COVID test.
It's not supposed to go that far.
It's not.
His brain.
Maybe they should. I'm just saying, how worse could the country be if Joe Biden died?
At this point, who's actually running the country?
That's what I'm saying. Like at this point,
been on our own for a while.
At this point, it might be Hunter crackhead ass.
Wait, what?
Hunter Biden is probably doing lines off these bills that Joe's supposed to be reading.
No, you said Hunter, and the first thing I thought was Trips. So like, Trips running the country? That might not be that bad.
It would be. Why is Vince McMahon not president? He's done everything that a president should do. He's got the money laundering, he's got scandal, embezzlement. Like he is fucking his employees, he is paying them to shut up, and he is skimming off the top. He is an American hero.
Cut his mic off.
Am I wrong?
Cut his mic off.
Am I?
That's not your job.
Right. Is that your job? I'm just saying, how am I wrong? No. Is that not what Vince McMahon is?
Somebody got to say it.
So again, domino effect. So last week that we were here on the pop-up shop
that I was, watching from home
in
the comfort of my yoga.
It was a pop-up shop. It wasn't.
Were you wearing yoga pants?
I was.
For sure.
You at home? Why you got pants on?
That's the evening. In the evening, I don't. But it's still during the day. It's still early enough.
You like thongs or boy shorts?
Boy shorts.
For sure.
Do you see that ass?
Thongs are uncomfortable.
That's why I
for me.
asked. You know,
You cannot wear thongs.
she
with
might
that
want
ass.
them cheeks to breathe one day.
Fam, it's not the chicks is gonna eat the thongs.
That's why I don't like them because they go right up.
It's
Not
like
comfortable.
shoestring lost.
I feel like wearing a thong is like Russian roulette if you fart. Cause yo, that could end so bad.
A little boomerang,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
You gotta chill, fam.
Or like, what if you go to take it off? You be like, yo, how did that happen?
You gotta chill, fam.
Ew.
Hey, it's life. This is how people living.
So what were you gonna say about the fact that we did the pop up last week?
So like, because I was at work last week Sunday, but before I left work, my coworker, like, he decided to Google me. Cause they like
Aww.
because they be asking me
Googling
like, they
is
ask
fun.
me like, what do I be
Google
doing
me.
for fun? And so I told them like, I'll do a podcast. They was like, well, what's the name of it? I won't tell them what the name
Right.
of it is. 'Cause-
As you shouldn't, because you know.
but he decided to be the only smart motherfucker in the room and Google my name.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything came up.
You still have a job though, so I mean,
Well, because I don't be out here slandering my job on the pod. I actually
you
like
signed everything else.
I actually like where I work. It's not that bad.
It ain't the slander of the job, don't worry, but it's the racial epithets that he throws
Well,
out.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Yes. Like my coworkers are amazing.
Because he has offended every category known to man.
yeah.
Me?
Yes.
No.
I mean, we even caught you off air, and we was like, you can't say that. Like, you can't
You
say
think
that.
I can't say it. You should be my coworkers. It's
Lord.
it's like 8 hours. Like, bro, I don't think you can get away with this. But he was like, so once they found it, they Googled it. Well, he Googled it, then he came back. It was like, yeah, so I found it. I'm gonna watch it. I was like, okay.
Which episode?
And he was like, they watched the pod, and he was like, why you say the N word a lot?
Well,
I was like, well,
what
yeah.
was it with the A or with the ER?
I don't know. Tom might have used the ER. I might have used the AH. I mean, the nigga.
I am at the age right now where I am allowed
To use the
and
hard
damn near
ER?
almost expected to use the hard ER. Okay.
It was just funny that dude like actually sat there and he listened to it. I thought that was hilarious.
That's
They
sweet.
like to listen to us.
And
Like,
then
bam,
he was like, you
there's a
said the
whole-
N word. I was like, well, it's just me talking with my friend. Like, what? Like,
And besides, you can't say it, so don't be worried.
they want to so
That-
bad.
but, and
Like,
I think
I seen
Like,
the
not around
TikTok.
us, so they
No,
would
no,
never.
for real. I seen the TikTok and they had a good point. We as African Americans will say every racial epithet known to mankind under the sun, including the N-word, without a single care of who we offend. We don't care about what we say about the Asians, Native Americans, Hispanics, whites, whatever. We'll say all of them. But the minute anybody attempts to say the N-word, we are ready to get defensive. They feel like that is not fair. That we
Well-
can be so disrespectful, but when someone tries to do the same thing, we're ready to burn the world down.
Can we get something back though? I mean, let's look at systemic racism, all these different things like that. Can we have One Piece?
One
Can we
Piece
have
is a great cartoon. but
can we have something?
y'all be mad when white people say the N word.
Because I used to get called the hard ER when I was growing up.
because you grew
And
up
so-
around the non-melanated.
Absolutely. And so mine runs a different direction because mine runs deep where I'm like, okay, I wish you would type of situation.
I
versus,
can't foresee me being upset at a white person saying,
I
hey,
feel like when
you're
they've
a
got
nigger.
when they've
Like, I
got
couldn't be mad at it.
I feel like
Oh,
when
my
they've got
head goes out.
truth be told, when I laugh because when they've gotten to the point that the only thing you can do is say that, I won.
Yeah.
I've made
it
you
is
so
funny.
angry that you had to say that when I probably didn't even do nothing to.
Well, see, the last time it happened to me, I was 16 and I knocked the dude out that did it because I was at Summerfest. So I was like I said, 16 at Summerfest. I was seeing No Doubt was in concert. So shout out to Gwen Stefani and
Oh,
everything.
you were in all the
So-
wrong places.
So I was
Facts,
there
like-
with my former sister-in-law, and we were, watching the concert. And this guy and his girlfriend, they kept bumping into us. So I'm like pushing him off of me or whatever.
Whoop his ass.
And he goes, "Nigger bitch, don't touch me."
Oh my.
And I'm like, "Oh, you hit me with both." That was like a two for one special. Okay.
I think the
So
combination
I went,
of words is hilarious.
And I hit him, and his
Nigger
girlfriend caught him.
Nigger
He was
bitch.
So then my former sister-in-law, she went and got security. Security ain't nothing but a bunch of buff black dudes. So you tell them that he said what to what, and they picked him up and they threw him out.
I also think it's hilarious, like when white people cuss, because they pronounce every letter in the word. Like I was telling my coworker, I'm like, "No, it's funny when y'all swear." He's like, "Why is it funny?" I'm like, "Listen to this,
your pronunciation,
motherfucker." Now you say it. He was like, "Motherfucker." I was like, "You see how that's fucking funny to me."
They say the whole
like you say the whole word. Like I heard every ER in mother, and I heard the ER in fucker. Like Jesus, y'all enunciation be on point. Do white people have slang?
Yeah, they do.
I
mean, I'm not really.
Maybe I should meet like more redneck people.
Now those are those are the best white people to be around.
Yo, redneck ingenuity is a motherfucker.
No, just in general, they're the best people to be around because first of all, they don't see color; they just see struggle.
Yep.
Okay. So if you struggling and you understand they struggle, that's all that matters. We can sit down, make some moonshine together. We're gonna figure this out. Very simplistic. They don't care about any of the normal, everyday, modern, heebity-jeebities things that are going on. That's how they talk. They just be cool.
The heebs of the jeeps.
They poor.
That's a lot of that shit going around out here.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, COVID pox, man. We'll talk about it later.
COVID pox?
I call it COVID pox.
Man,
that's the two things.
COVID pox?
Niggas really need to just start washing their ass.
I think that's where it came from.
If you wash your ass, you should wash your ass because it's a whole body experience.
I agree. Submerge.
And like when they come up with this new shit, I ain't saying it's new, but like when you discover it, like what did you have to do to catch this shit?
Be nasty.
Because it's just monkeypox. Who's the first person to catch this shit? What did you do to get it?
I think you know what? This is my interpretation. You know, we're talking niggerdom here, so niggas got nig. I think that dirty niggas was engaging in sexual activities.
Ew.
They refused.
This so bad, and he just had to say that. Let me just eat this real quick. I'm gonna pretend like I'm not listening.
They refused. They refused to go to the doctor. Therefore, they probably have herpes on top of COVID. Okay, it got mixed all together.
Copies.
So now they out here spreading they intoxicated semen all over the place.
Jesus.
And this is where the monkeypox is coming from. Because if you look at where the outbreaks usually start at, they're starting in the genital areas where these nasty niggas are tend to put their peens at. So then when you get these situations where it's all over their face, 9 times out of 10, this girl probably done let him bust on her face. And these are the resulting spots of when the dirty semen landed on it.
Ew.
That is my theory. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That's disgusting.
Extremely.
But what if I'm right?
I pray to whatever
right.
God
no, because you
is watching us that you're not.
Because you want to know why I feel, because immediately the first thing they did was jumped out the door and said it was a gay disease, right? So in order for it to just be a gay disease, I mean, it had to have been sexual, right? All the symptoms are around sexual areas, right? In the anus area, around the vaginal penis area.
Well, it's honestly like any open, places that things can go in and out of, basically.
Right. So all open orifices is wild. And usually dirty people put dirty things in dirty places. That's why I hate Negroes who don't take care of themselves, because y'all be spreading stuff with no care in the world. And I hope y'all take monkeypox serious, because y'all thought COVID was a joke until Big Mama almost died trying to get to the water.
So, yeah. That's a mess.
Like how Big Mama died on soul food.
Continue to take care of yourselves, people.
Big Mama died on soul food from high blood pressure and a terrible eating diabetes. Okay, I don't care how you write that.
The stuff that we shouldn't be doing, and then on top of that, at the repast, they eating the same food.
That almost killed her, and then had the audacity to make Terry be the villain. If you really pay attention.
Wasn't Terry the one fucking other people's boyfriends?
No.
No, that was cousin Ebony.
Yes,
Mhm.
because she wanted to whoop cousin Ebony ass. First of all, the family didn't help with none of the bills. Pay for Big Mama's whole funeral. Okay, when Terry was like, you know what, let's just get rid of the house. Everybody was fighting for the house, but ain't nobody got no money to help take care of this shit.
Mhm.
Okay,
And then they all wanted to eat a dinner that killed this lady.
Mhm.
I'm all for it, but I was like, at the same
you
time,
want to continue every
at
Sunday
the same
to
time,
continue
it's
to
like,
eat the same
hey,
bad food.
Can we have a vegan meal?
Hey,
Right. Can we
Hey,
can we do tacos this
hey,
weekend? Something.
those greens is why Big Mama not here.
Right.
Can we not have greens this week?
Can we not use lard this time? You know, it's cool.
The way the Boondocks broke that shit down is hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
It's like, so y'all gonna have the same meal that just killed this. Like, yeah, okay, cool. But this movie is about bringing family together. And that movie.
I tell you, fam, they be emphasizing the wrong part of the black struggle at times.
Here's a question: what movie did you think was great in your younger years that you watch now is fucking terrible?
Ooh.
Jason's lyrics.
You know what? I
Yeah,
never actually watched it.
Bokeem Woodbine is forever.
Inkwell.
He forever goated in the black community.
I liked Inkwell when I was younger. I went back and watched it. That was just a young man getting some ass from an older woman who she actually regretted at the end. If you really pay attention, when it was time for Dog to go, she regretted doing that.
I vote Love Jones.
Do you want to hear something funny? I barely remember Love
Love
Jones.
Jones is about a nigga who didn't even like poetry that started liking poetry to get some ass.
That's usually how
That
it
is
goes.
the premise of this movie.
Most dudes start liking something because they're into a woman who likes something. How many niggas you think eat healthy because they want to? There's a lot of niggas that only eat healthy because the girl they trying to fuck eats healthy.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
accurate.
I mean,
It's terrible.
It's pretty accurate.
It's true.
I still stand on the fact that Above the Rim is top 5 terrible movies. It was great because it's a classic, but
Love and Basketball.
it's really bad. That movie sucked too. Like when you go back and watch it,
No, Sydney sucked.
Yeah.
The simple fact that you sat here and chased up after this man that you fell in love with a kid all your life. And the only reason why he finally said, okay, let's be together, because his career was over.
And hers was flourishing.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and just mooch off you from now on.
you know, but like when you look at it, both of these niggas was really selfish. They had no business being together.
They just, because they knew, that's all they knew was each other growing up.
Right.
That's all. It was the girl next door.
Like it was just certain parts in the movie. You be like, you kind of being unreasonable, bro. Like I get it that your family is going through a divorce, but do you realize that if I miss curfew, I ain't gonna be able to fucking play in this game?
Right.
And I kind of need to play in this fucking game because I got dreams. So whatever your daddy's doing to your mama, bro, you need to check that shit in with Brody.
Truth be
Got nothing to
told,
do with me.
a true person would have had it that, why are you upset about this nigga cheating on your mama? You been know he been doing it. You were just blind to the signs. And then would have went home.
Hey, but he was funny though. And he
The
was
Allstate
like,
guy was out
he
here.
was
just
like, as long as I,
cheating.
but I felt him though. As long as I'm paying bills, why shut up? I got enough money to keep you in Gucci and go.
No.
Look, cheating is a rich man's sport.
Oh, it definitely
He
is.
definitely had enough money to cheat.
No, not
Well, you
really.
shouldn't
If
be
you,
doing that,
you
though.
know, if
Why
you talk
not?
to the right person, sometimes you just got to be
See,
in the right
people
place.
always say what you shouldn't be doing.
So the thing is, and because I can take a step back.
You
Not
used
to
to
say
cheat,
my
didn't you?
former, I did.
You cheated,
And
You
so
hate,
I
but
did.
you was tired of his shit though.
I was.
This is
So
the-
that's the
but you shouldn't have cheated.
No, and I agree. I shouldn't have because I was not emotionally mature enough to come and say, hey, you know what? This is what I need to have happen. We need to just let this go. I just was like trying to find a way to get out. And
You
the
figure
messed
if
up
he
part
caught
is that,
you,
right.
he just-
And it didn't work. That's the messed up part because I got real sloppy with it. And it just it didn't work. And I'm like, okay, like now what? What's the next step? Like, you know what? This ain't working.
I couldn't imagine getting caught cheating.
Yeah.
Because I like when you caught, like you don't really know what to like. Not even when you get caught in any kind of lie, you really don't know where to go from there.
Pretty much.
Don't lie.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
my
even
thing
when your
now,
mom
like, I
catch you
don't.
doing some shit.
Like, because that's the thing. It's like I'm at the point in my life where I have no reason to lie. So therefore, I don't have to remember stuff, because that's the thing. You got to lie. You got to remember a lie to get on top of the other lie, and then there's another lie, and you be like, it's too much. It's too much work. Like, I'd rather I say what I need to say and I keep moving.
But see, I feel like at this stage of life, we shouldn't have to cheat. Let's just fuck bitches together.
That could be a possibility too. If that's what y'all want.
Society has been taught that monogamy is the only way you're supposed to be, when humans were never meant to be monogamous.
I feel like life, they tell you that you have so many choices in life, but yet when you get a girlfriend, all your choices cease to exist. Like, you can choose if you want to wear red or if you want to wear blue, but when you have to choose whether I want to, hang out with my girlfriend today, do I want to go get up with the hoes? You always have to choose your girlfriend. You always have to choose your girlfriend, and I don't like that.
I did not know that's where we were going with
Right,
this. I thought it was gonna be I want to choose between red, blue, but she said I like you in green, so everything's green. That's what I thought he was gonna do. I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Really jumped out the window.
But I mean, this is life.
I didn't expect him to say hoes.
Life, because that's not mine.
Because I thought he was gonna say maybe you gotta wake up and choose whether your girlfriend or your homies. He said hoes.
Right.
It's not my life, bro.
Like, who chooses the hoes? Like,
again,
what? It's Thursday. I'm choosing the hoes.
Again, I was having a conversation with the human universe.
Because it's Thirsty Thursday, so much.
You choose the hoes.
We be having conversations sometimes.
No, I'm gonna change my mind. I just did the hoes on Hump Day, so I can't do the hoes.
Right.
Exactly. All I'm saying is, what is so wrong about choosing
the hoes?
Women like you choose what color you gonna wear?
I mean, once again, it's subjective. It's all up to you. If that's what you want to do,
because they be like, I'm not. Why can't you do boyfriend girlfriend stuff, but not be boyfriend girlfriend?
Because there's an emotional attachment that comes along with that.
What is so hard about that?
And when I want to do,
if I want to take Serena to see a movie, and then we may go out to eat, that was the time that I wanted to spend with you. Now, if I want to go across town because old girl out here sucking dick, why can't I go get my dick sucked after I've just had a beautiful day with her, and now I'm gonna have a beautiful night with her? What's so wrong about this?
You want to be in a relationship?
They calling you back to the streets. No, I'm just saying, like, everything. I feel like niggas get trapped into being in a relationship. Because in some form of fashion, some niggas really just want to fuck.
But then be honest and say that.
Just say
that's
that.
The thing.
They don't know how to be honest.
But that's the problem, because 9 times out of 10, and maybe we're going into the next show, but so I was like, 9 times out of 10, if you just say what it is, you be good to go. Why you can't say what it is? And that's where the problem comes into play. Because it's like, okay, say it.
You feel like there were some comments you was missing out on?
Yeah, we were talking wild, reckless. Normally, when we talk wild, reckless, somebody got something to say.
I mean, there are
maybe because Sarita's here, so they gonna let her hold it down.
The comments are on the show now. You make up the comment section. Shout out to you.
No, there'll be some randos, but yeah, she definitely.
But all I'm saying.
Let's be honest, people.
In some situations, I feel like you go in with just the intent of, I just want to fuck you.
And like I said,
some people are honest and say that this is just what I want. Mm-hmm. But sometimes women Jedi mind trick you into being in a relationship. You look at me like this ain't true when it is true.
It's potentially there.
No, ain't no potential. Some women are fucking
Jedi mind trick, but I would definitely say sometimes things change though when you start hanging out with a person more, and just like he said, you start to get that emotional attachment and everything happening. But it's also a matter of having that communication once again. So talking it through, being like, you know what? Initially, I did just want to fuck you, but you know what? I actually like you. Like, let's go ahead and let's actually, see if this could work and kind of take it from there.
Women gotta stop making niggas. Women gotta stop making niggas be their boyfriend just so they don't feel bad about giving a stranger pussy.
That's because somebody.
That's what y'all gotta stop doing.
No, somebody's made.
Don't look at y'all.
Y'all as
somebody.
Because I had a dude that tried to be with me because of that. Because we had an arrangement, and I didn't want to. I'm like, this is what the arrangement is. This is what your duty.
That's another thing.
Arrangements are helpful.
and you want more than the duties, and you're not getting the additional duties. You just get what you get. You get that call at that certain time, you do what you do, and that's it. That's, the old school, the back in the day, so
Back in the days when I was here anymore.
But that's the thing. It's like it really all boils down to communication. Communicate that shit. Say what it is that you want. Say what it is, and move from there. If you can't do that, then don't be around me. Just don't. Let's not waste each other's time. There's no, time is priceless.
Touch.
So why are we gonna go ahead and waste it on some foolishness? If you just say you just want it, then just let's talk.
I feel like that ain't as easy as women make it seem.
That's not as easy because one, the minute a guy comes at some of y'all, most of y'all, with that kind of approach, and it's not somebody you initially found attractive anyway, then y'all feel mad disrespected. Then it becomes a whole thing of now I have to publicly humiliate him for doing something you specifically said this is what you prefer.
And see, that's the thing too. I wouldn't publicly humiliate. I just
No,
I would just
you
let you
wouldn't.
know, like, hey,
but most women would.
Line, and this is not what we do. I see.
Did he really cross the line if he came and like, hey, I like you, I want you, I only want you for one night, but we'll see what we can do.
But see how you just said that?
I'm
doesn't
not
sound so terrible.
I'm not like everybody else. This is why I have the guy. You see,
okay. I'm also not either. So like,
call back. You see how I was able to do that? This is why I feel like I can get whoever I want because I know how to come at you to the point where, you know what you doing Thursday?
See, I feel like that approach only works. Like I feel like women want that kind of approach from niggas that they have a rapport with.
But that's really technically
because it ain't no way on God's green earth I'm finna pull up in the bitch inbox like, hey, you cute. Let's skip all this me getting to know you shit because I really just want to fuck.
Try
what's
one day.
happening? I feel like that shit is
not like that. Like maybe you want to go.
Not like that.
But I'm saying it in so many words. It's like, look, I think you cute. I know I'm cute. I just want to fuck. What's up?
What if you're not cute?
I don't got that problem.
To her.
To her.
To her. Bitch tell me I'm not cute, she lying. That's a fact. That's a God-given fact. Woman call me ugly, she just lying to me, and I don't like that. Don't lie to Juan. I am nobody you should lie to.
So, and I have a God complex, but Juan refuses.
I mean, he does call himself the pod God. So
only in this vast.
So I can't think I'm not ugly?
No, you shouldn't think that you're ugly. But I'm saying if the person is, because I mean, not everyone finds me attractive, and I'm okay with that.
Really?
So
I would like to meet somebody that don't think you pretty.
And I'm
now I can understand if a motherfucker was like, nah, I don't think that's my type to date. But to tell me that you not pretty is a motherfucking lie, and I would not be lied to on Sunday. Not on God's day.
Not on the Sunday.
Not on the Sunday. I won't be lied.
But that's the thing. It's like, everyone has their particular taste or whatever it is that they like. And so, it's pretty much one of those it is what it is situations. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So, fellas, go out here and just ask these women, look, I'm free between Sunday, between 2 and 4, or Wednesday all day. Don't want to date you, but I would like to touch you on the inside in a more nice, subtle way. And I guarantee you'll get more yeses than I want to eat your pussy. Change up your inbox game.
So,
actually get game.
Have you seen what's circulating on the internet about one Irvin Gotti?
Lord,
I have not. So please fill me in.
Lord.
So Irv Gotti went on Drink Champs. Now, are you familiar with Drink Champs?
Yes, I am. I'm familiar with Nori and his inability to hold his liquor.
Yo, I like Drink Champs because I feel like if we had our own like space and we did share with Sherman Finney, that's exactly what the Death Fresh show would be. It'd be weed and liquor and conversation, and whatever happens, the camera gonna get.
Right.
So he just went on this spiel about Ashanti.
From 20 plus
gotcha.
years ago.
That got you. We here now.
Now,
I'm caught up.
I am not here to. So it's been all over the internet, and like when people make their jokes about it, some should be funny. So I saw some chicks and they was talking about it. And they was like, Irv don't look like, because Irv made reference to the fact that him and Ashanti had intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after he had intercourse, he went and wrote the song Happy for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, Irv don't look like he has great sex. She was like, Irv Gotti don't look like a nigga with a big dick. I was like, women are so cruel.
They come to hurt you,
But at the same time,
whenever they are in these positions.
The thing is, though, it's like 20 plus years. Why are you talking about? I think what
that pussy was fire.
What killed me was when he was talking about how he found out about Ashanti with Nelly saying he's sitting with his wife. I'm like,
yeah, that was crazy. Like, bro,
the one thing that I have noticed that men do. No, hell no.
Said, and the thing, this bitch out here with another nigga, but what was you?
Look at shit.
You should be at home with your shit. You see what this hoe out here doing? She'd be like, why is this of any importance to you, sir?
See, back in the days, I put my penis in her, right? This is when we were in the outs, but still,
we're having a bad day. So
when we was a tough, there was a rule back in the day that as producers you have to sleep with your artists. So this is when that was going on. No, the thing about men, and I have noticed this, that whenever they have had an experience with something that could give them clout, they have no problem bringing it up when it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like if another dude is now talking to a girl and she is happy, those bitter niggas will always bring it up. That's why the whole Nelly situation and him being upset, even though you got a full-blown wife right now.
You got a whole family, my guy.
This is 20 years ago, bro. You don't even look like Irv Gotti right now. You look like Jermaine something from Lithuania.
At the time that Ashanti was with Nelly, you can't really hate on that.
No,
Nelly was that nigga at that time.
He was the top of the line. Like there's some chicks who would still take Nelly as he is now. I don't think he looked that much different, do he?
He does.
Not really. He just old. He just older.
He still works.
All his kids is graduated now.
Yeah.
He got all his teeth still.
Yeah, he's great.
I was just like, but at that time, Nelly was Nelly.
He don't wear the Band-Aid no more. Right. He wears suits now, but he grew up.
That's because his brother's out of jail. Hopefully he doesn't go back.
Yeah.
Niggas got niggas, so you never know.
I hope niggas ain't niggas.
Niggas got niggas, so I couldn't blame Tanner.
When you really just be on the internet and you fall down a rabbit hole of celebrity lives, you be like, damn, niggas really be falling off.
Yeah.
Y'all be butthurt about the smallest shit.
But getting back to Irv though, because we not done fucking with this fuck boy.
I don't want no pussy that good.
I do. But
that I'm reminiscing on it 20 years later.
I don't.
And I'm out here making an ass of myself.
I don't think it was the fact that I don't think it was the fact that the pussy was that good. I think the fact because Ashanti was still young back then, she was, you would know, she was controllable a little bit.
Yeah.
You were able to mold her to be what you wanted her to be. He probably ain't got nowhere near that with his wife right now. Absolutely. His wife probably has his balls in her purse as we speak right now. So he's thinking about, I remember a time when I was the man, and she happened to be the chick he was dealing with at the time. When she got done dealing with a fuck nigga and was like, you know what? You on bullshit. You ain't good to me. You've been doing me dirty since I've been here. Right. And then she met Nelly and Nelly was like, hey, I see you for all of you. All who you are. I'm here. This is healthy. I'm with this nigga. And Irv got mad because he couldn't have his play toy anymore.
I mean, Irv also has to realize, at one point in time, Murder Inc. was going to go to jail.
Right.
For a lot of shit. I'm not sticking around either, my guy.
No, it all BS aside. Ashanti needed to bounce with a simple fact. Bro, you supposed to be pushing my album, but half the tracks that I have been recording, you gave to this Latin old bitch who can't stay in a relationship more than 45 days. Let's not forget that J-Lo was really a J-Ho.
I still thought that song was saying, "Are you ready?" But it wasn't.
It's matter of fact, R-U-L-E.
Yes, it is. And man, it took me to a couple years ago to figure that shit out.
You didn't know that she was actually spelling rule?
Man, I never put two and two together because he yells, "What's my motherfucking name?"
And she says R-U-L-E. That's what I'm like, how did you not know that?
I was like, "Are you ready?" Wait a minute, it's not making sense, but whatever, it's a rap. Fuck it.
It's R-U-L-E, and that was Ashanti, but yet J-Lo getting all the credit. So
'Cause-
I wouldn't want to fuck with Irv just simply because of that alone.
J-Lo was making this big comeback. She was also sucking Diddy's penis. There's a lot going on.
But that's the whole thing. So why are you, as Irv Gotti, trying to do all these things for J-Lo when clearly Diddy's the one getting all the benefits?
Oh,
And Diddy's a wild boy.
Yes, he is.
Diddy is dating a city girl.
No. A city girl
Is
in her head is dating Diddy. Diddy is having fun.
They go together.
Yeah.
Concubine.
Okay.
They go together.
Real
Real bad.
$250,000 a month.
Okay.
Concubine.
I'm just mad that stupid shit he say becomes like lingo. Don't tell me we go together real bad. Like, don't talk to me like that.
That is the new way people say we're in a relationship now.
Like, and I also
We here now. That's
also
literally all it
hate-
is.
when females be talking to niggas like the homies. Don't talk to me
But when you grew up like the homies, how else are you supposed to talk?
like
You got to remember, you got a lot of girls that grew up like niggas. That don't know how to be soft.
don't call me bro.
That's just the word. Like you
Yeah.
you ever really talk to a real New York chick? That's how they talk.
They really do.
Tony, you
Dead
want-
ass.
You told me you want the fucking New York chick through the dick hole of her. Yeah, that's a wild episode that we was on.
And she would have been down with it
For sure.
because that's how New York chicks
I don't
fuck.
want to talk
You
to
know
a chick
what?
that wear Timbs. Well, I don't know.
I don't. Hey,
Poor Tim's.
thank you. You be surprised when chicks wear Timbs, my nigga. Don't you be surprised?
You also you're not a stud. You
No,
don't
I'm
you don't dress like one either. To the best of my knowledge.
Look, some
I'm a
studs are
tomboy.
beautiful. Some studs are beautiful. The TikTok one I just sent you, an old girl with all the shoes.
It was crazy. You sent that. I'm like, oh, I sent this. I saved this. This is in my phone already.
Yeah, but I sent it to you and said, this is the stud chick. I told you that on TikTok, all these girls are shooting a shot at her on TikTok.
Is she really gay?
Bro,
That'd be the one thing. Like, motherfuckers don't even really be gay. They
No,
just
she-
like dressing like.
no, she gay. She gay. Because before it became a trend where all these straight women were shooting a shot at her, she had to get on niggas about like, look, dog, I wear what you wear. I shop where you shop. I do this. I do not want you. Meanwhile, what's her name? Z over here talking about we need to normalize bisexual studs. Cause she said that she was trying to shoot her shot at a dude one day and he almost squared up the fighter.
Yeah, him and his husband was gonna jump in the grocery store. I saw that video. Do we need to would you like to normalize bisexual studs?
Bisexuality needs to be just normalized, period.
Would you? I would fuck a stud.
Oh my, that's so aggressive.
Would you fuck another man?
Nah.
Because that would be bisexual.
No, I don't want to fuck a man. But a stud, possibilities.
I mean, she wear your clothes, bruh. Both of y'all look
But-
like the Dipset, and you hitting that.
But up under them clothes, she look like Sarita.
But they be,
That's just, it's no different than me wanting to fuck the brat.
but see, the brat showed you what she,
All right.
what
So-
she liked.
I
So
mean, she married, so
and her wife is fine too.
yeah, the big
she was on the Shy.
Mhm.
She actually did a one night stand
I
with one
would
lesbian
like to
couple. It
bury
was funny.
my face in Big Booty Judy's ass.
I don't like that name.
You don't like Big Booty Judy?
It just sounds like it's just too much ass.
Have you seen her ass?
I think I have, but,
It's a lot.
and I don't know. I don't want too much.
Well,
ass.
she fine though. I gotta catch up on that show. I like that show.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love her to death, but sometimes I look at her, she like she got too much ass.
She's a museum. She should be treated as such.
Like I could,
we should only watch.
if
We
I
should
acc-
never attempt to
if I
touch.
accidentally picked up the phone on a drunken text one night and I get invited to a great time, I don't know if I would go.
Don't worry.
I look,
yo,
Look.
she don't even edit. Don't. It won't happen.
look. I don't mean it in the sense of
Hey.
you wouldn't be a great time. I just don't want to be a disappointment to you. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, I can either
That-
just say
That's an
You-
irrational fear of mine. That's an irrational fear of mine.
Are we gonna go into fears?
Do you have any irrational fears? Like not
Uh,
real fears, like irrational fears, like fears that you just like. It's a possibility that this shit would never happen. But if it did happen, I could understand why you'd be afraid of it.
you a
I don't
lot.
think so.
You're an
I
experience.
have like real life fears.
What are your
Like-
real
like-
life
like being
fears?
afraid of
Well, already
snakes?
like well, that's not. I mean, that's an automatic. I can't do snakes at all.
Yeah,
Me
we,
too.
we
Like,
this whole table.
This whole I don't fuck with it.
yeah.
Anything
that's
with
a-
no arms, no legs can still kill me. I'm not fucking with you.
Right. no anaconda, no none of that stuff.
Nah.
Nope, I'm good. My two biggest fears, one has already happened, which was losing my parent, so losing my mother, and my other.
No disrespect. How is that a fear when it's inevitable, especially being she's older than you?
Well, it's being when it's something that's unexpected. So, for example, like if everything's just fine and all of a sudden something happens, it's different. Of course, you're anticipating just because of the process of life that yes, okay, this person is older. Eventually, they are going to pass. That's different.
Unexpected.
When it's an unexpected type situation, because like with my mom, it was an unexpected situation. My other fear that I have is that I am with the person that I love, and basically what my father went through. All of a sudden, now you're not with your partner anymore. So that's my other fear. So just really finally being with my true love. And
do you kick the bucket on that nigga?
No, they gonna kick the bucket on me. I feel like I'm gonna be here for a while. So
I feel.
So that's my other fear that I have.
See now,
so
my fear.
Real life.
See now, my fear is the exact opposite of that.
Real life.
My fear is to bury my kids.
That's another one too, but I don't even want to speak down the atmosphere, so that's why I'm like,
right. See, why y'all see?
Because I've had as of late, I've actually had 3 people that I know who their kids are the same age as my son that they have to bury their sons, and that's also a fear of mine as well too. Where I'm on him like, hey, how you doing? What you up to? You know, like all them things, and I'm like, and I gotta tell you that this just happened, and he's like, damn, Ma, I'm like, yeah, I just need to, but it's one of those things that it is definitely a fear of mine as well too. So yeah,
I gotta let the devil in.
No.
Well, I mean,
she had the dodo.
Yeah, that's what she said. Somebody come upstairs.
Okay.
Well, since you made it morbid, I was trying to be funny.
Well, what was the funny that you were gonna say?
Thank you.
Make it funny.
I was just saying, like, I have
get out of the more.
I have irrational fears,
like you gonna bust in 2 seconds.
Yeah, shit like that, or like.
And that's so.
I always tell you to rub one out before you go out.
Absolutely, you got to go for the number 2. Number 2 is the winner.
Or it'd be like the chick in your phone was like, I want to fuck, but I never bring it up to you. It is like I'm your drunk mistake. And I feel like, and then I underperform, so I know I'm never gonna get this shot again.
Like it was just a one time,
right? Or like you were
not in town,
right? It should be like, oh, like because I've been wanting this pussy, and I feel like if I perform well, I have a shot to get this again. Because you be like, you know what? Damn, I've been sleeping on, bro.
Okay, so now I'm running with you on the irrational. So how about the dude that you really want, and all of a sudden you find out it's a chicken nugget?
Right.
That's a
man.
And that has happened to me.
It's like,
and I'm like,
I can see you just like he dropped drawers and you be like, damn, your dick small? Really? I waited for this. He just be like, damn. Okay, never mind.
Like, pack up and go home.
I feel like at this point he gotta eat some pussy.
And you need to be excellent at that.
Like
you got to overcompensate.
Right, you got to eat like amazing vagina, just so we can say this was
to make up for this
a complete waste of time.
I will 1,000,000% agree with you.
Or like making my significant other, like not even saying I did it on purpose, but I understand that I ain't gonna be your favorite every day. Mm-hmm. I may piss you off, and not saying I did it intentional. But it's prone to happen, and then I come home, and then like all the fucking like soles are cut off my fucking Jordans.
Or all your Jordans got the crease in them.
So right, like you just been there stomping on my fucking kicks. And I should be like,
your shit's bleached. Like all these different things.
Like damn, babe. I didn't say I didn't love you. I said I wasn't gonna bring you no food home.
Hey, that's enough.
And you felt the need.
You don't need to deal with hanginess.
I would be so upset. Like that's an irrational fear of mine. Like I'd be so upset. Like, so, yeah. like why would you do that?
Mm-hmm. So that makes a little bit more sense. So at least I was able to come with one.
Yeah, you know,
so you had to give me started. Now I can understand, where you were coming from.
I definitely want to be. I want to be one of my friends' drunk mistakes.
What the fuck did I come back to?
For sure. Like I really want to be like.
I want to be.
I definitely like just on some. It's like 3 in the morning,
Cunning.
and she knew I was up. Like that's why she texted, because she specifically knew Juan was awake.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna drill her shit something so seriously.
I hate you, Juan.
Just
With that being said, on that note, we have come to the end of this bullshit.
trying to visit the human universe.
You know what? She would drunk text you. And this is why.
I told her I'm gonna get her high one day.
This is why I have told you on numerous occasions, bro. If anything, you gotta have a car. If you don't have it for any other reasons, but when you get that late text, to grab some latex.
But I don't want that latex that I think I'm latex.
That's why you got to make sure you get your prophylactic.
Yeah,
before
you
get
know what?
active.
Before we go, I just want to give my niggas his flowers. That might be the greatest bar he has ever fucking said.
Get that
And
latex.
then I saw a video of a nigga who was like, "Do you know you said this?" He was like, "Nah, I ain't even know." Like he rapped the bar to him, and he was like, "Yo, that's Cole who said this." And the interviewer looked at him and was like, "You said that, Wayne." He was like, "Oh shit."
That's how you know you write entirely too much.
I'm like that.
But the thing is, he don't actually write though. He just say his stuff, so that's a part of it.
That might. Be
I don't
true.
want
Because he
that.
don't write anything.
Said so. Make sure you use latex because I don't want that latex that I think I'm latex. That's the fucking greatest bar ever. Greatest.
What is love, baby? Don't hurt
You gonna start doing like this?
no more.
You know, it blew my mind. I found out he was black.
You cannot tell.
Really?
I didn't know he was black. It's a lot, man. I didn't know the niggas in Living Color was black either.
In living color.
Nah, not that.
Nah,
I know what
not
you're
the
talking
actual
about. I know
group.
what you're talking about. That song that came up in my head.
Shout out to Jim Carrey though.
That's so.
He was the only white guy that thrived on that show. He was damn near funnier than some of the black
There was
people.
only 2 white people on the show. No, 3. It was
Yeah.
3.
It was
Because
three
that's the
white
one
people.
chick with the blonde hair.
It was a white chick who was there from day one.
Mhm.
It was Jim Carrey, and then there was a chubby white guy that got added towards the end. When they really started going at it with Mad TV.
That's what TV really need. But I feel like that's what the internet is for. Oh, and before we go, rest in peace to Teddy Ray. If don't nobody know who Teddy Ray is, he is a comedian of this generation.
Definitely was funny as hell on All Deaf Digital.
Shut up. You know what the fuck I mean. Why you gotta don't be that guy?
She's a girl.
Is she really? I don't know. Just because she had 2 kids don't mean them her kids.
Good
I
point.
think that all the time.
Good point.
Jelly bean don't eat bacon and pepperoni and shit. She's weird. She just stare at you when you sleep. And Reed just
She thinking about that failed attempt when you fell down the steps.
Ree is you. And
Ree
Jelly
is
Bean-
definitely you.
Jelly Bean gonna be a smoker.
Maybe. All right, with that being said, we've come to the end of this episode. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another pop-up episode of
Pop, 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 pop.
and like thanks Sarita for not having a social life, that she's here with us again.
You know what? I literally just came from an event again. So there you have it.
But make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms. That's Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Episode will drop every Thursday. I don't have any problems going on in my life, so this one will be out on time this week. Hey, I was going through some things.
It's okay. We all
Do you need a hug?
I did. And that's a whole nother conversation. Certain people I expected hugs from, even virtually, didn't even acknowledge. So fuck them.
Damn.
If I
I
don't
didn't
gotta-
even know.
If
someone
you would have
else-
called me, bro, you can always come smoke.
I
didn't
told
even know
y'all in the
anything was
group
going on.
already. We was good. Y'all knew before anybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever need a release, bro, pause. We can smoke. I always got some weed.
I was, oh no, I was high as fuck. I got a hold of a batch of shrooms. I was good.
Yeah, in this shit now.
Why do you get
Turn
mad
off-
about my choice of drugs? It's all natural.
You didn't experience them with your bestie, though.
I was not in the mood to be keeping my mind on you.
I'm trying to hear y'all arguing and my show's supposed to start. Get y'all shit over with.
It's not time for you yet.
Right.
Here. You know.
It's not even our
Says the hoe.
the hoe. But with that being said, we are out of here, people. Peace.